Welcome to Pokemon Dungeons and Dragons. Join our heroes Phoebe, Milo, CJ, Bentley, as they explore the Laris region, learn about their new friends, and discover the world around them. With another day of danger behind them, our heroes awaken to friendly faces and a freshly cooked meal.
It's morning time for our little group of heroes. We need to come up with
We're heroes?
a group name for you.
Do we?
At some point.
Oh.
Eventually. So I know what to call you. Anywho, children, as you awaken in your shared abode with Arthur and Ruby to yet another beautifully cooked breakfast meal from Ruby the Magical Chef.
Ruby.
She knows the way to my heart. It's food.
Yeah. She's got like a weird mix of like nice grilled fruits and veggies and stuff kind of laid out for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Never mind, that changed.
CJ is a little dubious.
Healthy, what?
Yeah, it gets better.
Fruit, okay.
Let it happen.
Alright.
There's like some grilled veggies. There's some nice fresh fruit out on the table for you. There's some tall glasses of milk ready. There's a little bit of like imitation bacon. Because obviously they're not just cutting up milk tanks. That would be wrong. But yeah, there's you got some weird like faux breakfast meats. She's got a little bit of like steamed fish for you. She's got a weird breakfast following the like weird dessert like pie things that she's been making. You're kind of like a little dubious, but for those of you that do partake, it is quite tasty.
So I think while y'all are eating breakfast, Bentley's gonna go into the backyard, as it were, where Milo had his little powwow with his Pokemon.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm also going to be heading to the Pinchy Coop.
Yeah.
Double time.
At the same time, our heroes diverge immediately after breakfast.
Alright.
So Bentley's gonna go out into the backyard and send out mortar for the first time since the stone incident, I guess we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
Mortar, that stone, when you were grabbing onto that, did it make you feel stronger?
He just gives you that scary, cold, dead stare and just nods real slow.
All right. This might be a difficult question, but did it make you feel evil at all, or not like yourself?
He seems to be processing the question and how best to answer it, but he gives you a very slow and subtle.
All right. Can I do like an insight or?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Would it be insight?
Yeah.
I want to see if he's like telling the truth.
Yeah.
You can see behind his
12.
dead eyes.
Kind of hard to say. He took an awfully long time to think about that question,
Right.
but he's your buddy. There's no reason not to trust him.
All right, Mortar. Well, we've sent the stone away. Are you starting to feel like yourself again? Do you feel back to normal?
When you say that you've sent the stone away, he immediately like does a once over of the surrounding area, kind of like scanning it, almost like a hawk looking for prey. Kind of looks around and he just locks eyes with you and just goes,
All right. Well, maybe someday in the future, if we both get stronger, you could be allowed to carry that again. But I want to make sure that you're able to handle it. Is that all right?
You can see he kind of clenches both of his fists and just goes,
All right, bud. Well, glad you're feeling better. I call him back.
okay. He sort of starts to stomp off towards the house, and as you pull out the Pokeball, he looks over his shoulder and gives you kind of like a little bit of a glare as he starts to just go back into the ball. And it's noticeably slower than the previous times.
Oh.
as he gets called in, he just kind of, the last thing that's there is just like the glare on his face before he just goes into the bar.
Well, it's less than ideal, I would say.
Yeah.
Things are looking up. Everything is great.
Everything is awful.
Okay, so you're making your way to
Yes.
the Pidgey Coops.
Yes.
Are the two of you just enjoying second breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when wave 1 is complete, she notices the look of dissatisfaction on CJ's face. You're trying to hide it, but
I love you, girl, but I'm not into vegetables.
She sees that and she gives you a wink and she heads back into the kitchen and comes back out with some chocolate chip pancakes.
There she is.
She gets you a big jar of syrup.
Yes.
And Phoebe, she will offer the same to you if you'll take it.
Awesome.
Okay.
I was starting to worry about
It's not
Bentley,
my
but
bruise.
now that these pancakes are like that big of a deal.
Yeah. So Bentley, you'll return into the house and just see these two tucking into just like pancakes, like just stacked up as big as their head. And
All you can eat pancakes, aka 5 pancakes.
Bro,
Yeah.
these are fire. You gotta have some.
Oh, all right. Well, indulge in a pancake at 5.
How's
Oh,
Marner?
5?
I don't really know. I think that stone really impacted him in a negative way. It clearly made him stronger, but I feel like that had some side effects to making him feel like he's maybe a little too power hungry. I'm hoping that will subside, but he does not seem happy that we mailed the stone away.
Well, if you want to test that power hungry theory, Crash and I would be happy to battle y'all.
All right, I'll take you up on that. Maybe the battle will get him back to normal.
All right, let's eat these pancakes first, though.
All right.
Milo, you make your way back to the Pidgey Coop.
Are there any employees at the Pidgey Coop?
Make a perception check.
15.
15.
Plus 3, 18.
There are 18 employees.
Ooh, talk to 7 of them.
Okay. So yeah, there is somebody working at the Pidgey Coop. They're currently fitting 2 what look to be fledgling Pidgeys with their little male harnesses. One is from the Rooter family. The other one is from Vanguard Shipping.
Okay.
That is
My rival.
the rival mail company that we worked out in between sessions. You do see, it's a lady. She's probably like late 20s, just kind of fixing up these 2 harnesses.
I was wanting to send my Murkrow to Greengate to deliver his first letter to Greengate. Do you have any tips for him?
She goes, well, it's a pretty easy flight until you get to the tree line. We could send him with a guide if that works for you.
No. I had them send a Pidgey yesterday to have them raise the flag.
Yeah.
But this is something he has to do on his own.
Gotcha. Well, if he needs to do it on his own, I am about to send these 2 little birds. One of them's headed to Fola, but the other one is headed to Greengate. I could have him head off before your bird or after if you want to make sure somebody can kind of check on him on the way.
Let's do after. So
After?
I'm looking to send him right now.
Okay.
And this whole time I have Monty out, and I kind of walked over with him.
Yeah. So it's a pretty easy flight. It is just straight to the west.
Cool.
You can follow the sun through the sky. It's really no big deal for the birds. Some of the newer birds will get kind of tripped up around noon. They might get a little turned around if they stop for water, but it's relatively simple. The hard part's just seeing Greengate, but if they've raised the flag for you, it should be easy enough.
Okay. All right, Monty. Did you hear all that?
He goes,
and so I want you to fly there. I don't know if we established that. Does he have to do anything in particular, or do I have to address the letter to anyone in particular?
So I believe when we came up with your challenge that you had to deliver it to 3 specific people. I don't think we ever made those specific people.
Correct. Okay, so I'll do that afterwards again.
Yeah, you can do that and you can knock that out.
So I'll have my my official Rooter challenge notice,
Okay.
and I'll address it to that person and attach it to Monty's backpack.
Okay.
And you're gonna fly west. Remember, follow the sun. They raise the flag for you. Look for the flag. Deliver the letter and come back.
He kind of like hops up and down excitedly. Looks kind of ready to go, and he kind of reaches back and pats on his little mail carrier.
And I just kind of go, this is our moment. This is our first challenge, and I have no doubts in my mind that you can do this.
All right. You ready to have Monty roll a survival check?
Yes. All right. What'd you say he was doing?
A survival check.
Okay.
See if you can follow the sun. I want to remind you, you have an inspiration die. If you want to use it.
That's fair. I think this is a worthy moment for it.
Because he has a bonus to survival, but you don't know what it is.
Okay.
Did you just roll?
No.
No. No, that would have been
A
bad.
1 is a 1.
Yeah.
A 1, I would not have been like, you have an inspiration die. I would have been
You
like,
have no idea if he's gonna do well or not.
yeah.
No, for sure.
There you go.
This is his moment. His time to shine.
So we're starting with a 7.
Here we go. Here it is.
Big
the moment.
roll!
I crossed that bridge for this one that's about to happen.
Bridge die. Bridge die.
Oh!
Bridge die!
Woo!
Okay.
So worth it.
Monty's kind of hopping around a little nervous, and then as you say, I have no doubt in my mind, he kind of looks at you, gives you a nod, kind of waddles over, nuzzles up against your leg.
I want to like have him on my glove and like throw him out.
Okay, yeah, he'll hop on your glove, and he'll gladly take the little speed boost as you fling him.
And he farts in your face.
He does not. He gets 15 feet away and then he farts. He's a considerate bird. Okay, yeah. So Monty takes off flying to the west.
Okay. I will like eagerly stand there until he's out of view for me.
Okay, let me see. You can see him
Are you gonna shed a single tear?
for...
Shed a lot of tears.
You can see him for like a good long while because you're up on like the roof of a building, and it's pretty much just clear. Like you can see the start to the forest way off in the distance from where you're at. So you can see Monty for a long time, and then eventually he just becomes like a little speck, and then he fades away.
Okay, sweet.
But you're up there for probably like almost an hour.
That's what it looks like in the distance.
You can kind of see.
Okay,
Yeah.
For reference.
thank you. That's good.
Thank you.
Accurate.
Perfect.
And then before I head back, I'm gonna pop in the Pokemon Center and take out Violet from the PC.
Oh
Okay.
snap! She's back.
Yeah. As you kind of turn around from Monty flying away, you see a similar-ish looking Pidgeotto flying back towards the Pidgecoop, and it appears to be the one that you were trying to help yesterday that was given a missive.
To raise the flag.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So he made it back real quick. That was so fast.
Yeah.
That gives me hope.
Beast bird.
Yeah.
I feel inspired.
Yeah, the gal who's working... The gal who's working holds out her arm, and the Pidgeotto kind of latches on,
Damn.
and her arm kind of spins backwards.
Yeah.
And she's almost knocked off her feet as the Pidgeotto kind of comes into a stop,
Dang.
and turns around.
That thing.
Now I need a moment of clarification. You sent the letter, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
With
Because you
the
see,
stone.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because you see, following this Pidgeotto. Or not following it, because Pidgeotto would have come from Green Gate. From the southeast. From the southeast, you see a relatively large Pidgey. It's kind of chunky. He's got like a big...
Round boy.
Yeah, he's got a big tuft of like feathers. It almost looks like baby feathers, and he's kind of like... he's struggling to stay afloat, and he's got this big, heavy sack that he's flying in with. And as he flies up, as he gets close to you, he seems to be looking for a place to land, and he's like...
I'll like throw my glove like how she did with the Pidgeotto.
Okay.
Kind of give him a
He sees
spot.
it, and he's like... Oh, my God. And he kind of flies over and just goes... "Whew," and he kind of lands, and you realize this is not, in fact, a Pidgey. It's Gray,
Oh.
and it's a very,
Yes.
very familiar.
Yeah, I recognize.
This is your father's Pidove.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very pudgy and confused
Yes.
gray bird who's just
So I'll immediately take the package thing he's carrying and set it down for a moment to
Yeah.
give him a little rest and kind of rub on it between his shoulders
Yeah.
to kind of
He
give
goes
him a
like,
little, yeah.
he goes.
Hi, Pito. I'll just kind of pet him and nuzzle up against him.
Yeah, he'll return in kind. He's got a little bit of bird bedhead. He's very poorly groomed. His feathers kind of just stick out everywhere. And he kind of hops around excited to see you, and he's like, "Ooh." He's kind of flapping his little wings. And it's at this moment he kind of hops off your arm and goes over to the mailbag, and he flips it over and he taps his talons, and it's the Woods family symbol.
Okay.
The big fire.
Is it wrapped? Like a package?
It's almost like a laptop bag.
So,
Pito was really struggling to fly with this.
No, I'm just saying, if I take it out of the bag, am I going to see what it is? Is that essentially opening Ben's mail, or is it wrapped where I can...
I don't want to commit a federal crime here.
I'm a mailman. I'm not going to commit...
So you
somebody
would-
else's mail?
Yeah,
I
so
know
you would
here it
know
is,
this
but-
is when the
Oh, it's probably
Woods family sends the
There's a hand.
when they send a Pokemon to somebody, they'll put it in they'll wrap it in a parcel and they'll stick it in one of their labeled bags so people know this is very prestigious. I know what I'm getting.
Oh, shit.
And it is addressed to Bentley.
Okay, so I'll just take the whole satchel.
Yeah, you'll take the
with
whole
me.
thing. And P-Dub will stay with you. He
Okay,
stays
cool.
on your arm.
Okay, sweet.
All right.
If
open
you
the
allow him
package.
to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then I'll walk back to Ruby's diner.
Yeah, okay. All right, as you
Blueberry cheesecake milkshake, please.
as you make it back to Ruby's diner, as you call it, Ruby's just finishing cleaning up some of the plates. Your three friends are kind of just in
Yep.
sugary comas as you step in with the Woods family parcel and a P-Dub on your shoulder.
Yeah.
What is that?
Bentley is probably the only one who has seen P-Dub.
My dad's P-Dove.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my dad's P-Dove.
Oh, it's so cute.
Hi, Peter. How are you doing?
He is a...
And he kind of flits over to you and is like, just right in your ear.
He's a
Super
clumsy
awkward.
little goofball, but he'll still get the job done.
Just do the finger scratch in his
Yeah.
little tuft of feathers.
He just goes, oh.
But in a surprising turn of events, he brought you some mail.
Oh, what? All right. That was fast.
All right.
He goes,
Should I open it now? You think?
It's your package.
All right. Well, I guess I'll open it.
all right. As you open up the Woods family satchel, there's two boxes. One's rather large and wrapped in almost like cardboard paper. And the other one is a small black sealed box with the family's seal on the front. And a letter attached. It's a whole lot. I can't grab it. It's all flappy. There you go. Here's your letter. You can share it with the class if you want, or you can just keep it to yourself. It's up to you.
All right.
You live your own life.
Difficult to read.
Yeah, my handwriting's not very
That
good.
was more just because the stuff on the back is
Yeah.
leaking through. Wasn't it? Your handwriting's fine.
Dear son, we're so glad your journey is going well. Amazing work on the gym badge. Keep it up. We did some research into the source stone you sent us. We had an idea on how to focus its power. Maybe you and Morta can give it a spin. Transfer him into the attached parcel next time you're in a Pokemon Center. It should have some surprising results, to say the least. We were also hoping you might be able to help us with an egg hatch. Maybe Morta will do well with it. We believe in you, pal. Keep it up the good work, and don't forget to write, "Love, Mom and Dad." Well, that's interesting.
You got some.
Ooh, can I see the egg?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm assuming that's in the larger box, and then I'll open the larger brown box and see what's inside.
Yeah, inside the larger brown box is almost like a portable incubation unit. It's like a big metal sphere. And if you open the top of that, there's like it's almost like a silicon mold that's being warmed, and there's an egg just kind of resting in there.
What does it look like?
It's a large white egg with a series of like small red circles, kind of like almost like pockmarks all over.
Well, guess I got an egg, guys.
That's cool.
That's pretty awesome.
I mean, I didn't envision Mortar helping out with hatching eggs, but with Flame Body, I'm sure he'd be up to the task.
Well, that and it might just like show another side to him for this whole endeavor.
Oh.
Like if he's being real aggressive and kind of evil, and you give him something to take care of, it might help. Like,
Or he'll smash the egg with his fists. I said, do you want to check out the egg?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll just lightly take it out of its box and hand it over to Phoebe to check out. And then after I do that, I'll open up the smaller black box.
Okay. So the smaller black box on the inside is like lined with velvet, as of course is tradition for the Woods family when they send someone any kind of item.
Bro, some fancy
You
shit.
see in this box, it almost looks like a luxury bowl. So it's
But
like
even
solid
more
onyx.
luxurious.
But the top of it is incredibly familiar. It is the rock that you sent them. And emblazoned into the top, almost like burned in and then coated in amberite, is your family seal.
Parcel tongue.
And it just the stone almost seems to like pulse and breathe. So it'll glow like a bright red and then come back down to the dark black. And almost pulses. And it's like every 2-3 seconds. It has like almost like a heartbeat.
That's
whoa.
I have not seen a Pokeball like this before.
Not even. Wow.
that's intense.
Yeah. And there's a little tag on the inside that says, "To Mortar and Bentley, best of luck."
Are you gonna use it?
Well, the letter said that I should take Mortar to the Pokemon Center and swap him into it, so I feel like at some point I'll have to try it at least.
What about an amber ball?
Doesn't he
too?
go-
That's freaking nuts.
Doesn't he go bananas though when he's around it?
Well, I mean, he did.
Now he's
kinda.
gonna live in it?
Your parents said that you should do that?
That's what they said.
Wow.
They say it should have some surprising results.
I mean, your parents sound super supportive, so I'd probably do it.
Thanks, CJ.
I'm curious then, from their perspective, what did you tell them about it? Did you tell them that it had bad side
Yeah.
effects?
Well, I essentially told them what happened to Mortar when he touched that big stone, but my theory is because there was so much of it that played a role, and maybe that was what was so bad about the stone in the first place.
But I also feel like if just being near it was a bad thing,
Yeah.
and they're a building full of fire Pokemon, they would have known immediately. You know what I mean? They would not have sent it back. You know what I'm
Probably
saying?
not. That makes sense. I mean, I don't really know, but
Wait, what?
Like both
Probably.
of his parents, for example, have Magmars.
Uh-huh.
And if the Magmars went to the state that Mortar went, there's no chance they would have mailed something back to him
Uh-huh.
unless it was like safe.
I mean,
From
would
what
your
I-
parents punk you like that?
I surely hope not.
Like just to test you? I don't know.
Reminder
I'm just
that
saying.
Bentley's mom is like a blacksmith.
I know, but would they do something weird like that to push you is what I'm saying.
I have no reason to believe that they would do something like that. No, I
I'm
don't
just...
know. They sent me an egg. Egg's cool.
they sent you two really awesome things. I mean, I'd probably do whatever they told me to do at that point. Like, that's
Rebel!
awesome.
Well, first things first, and I'll send out Mortar.
Uh-huh.
And hey, bud, we got an egg. Was hoping maybe you could help me carry it around and make sure it hatches. This is what your parents do for my parents. They help eggs to hatch. We could get a new team member.
He sort of sparks up the fiery arm and just goes.
get that hot.
Again, Mortar, you don't need to set it on fire. Just
Yeah.
use your natural flame body.
Just hold
and
it.
You can interact with it.
Okay. He extinguishes the arm and just goes.
Okay.
These maternal instincts are kicking in.
Just kind of like
super awkward.
rubs it up and down, but he looks very uncomfortable.
All right, fine. Well,
He's just.
we'll work on the egg hatching skills, but in the meantime, CJ and Crash challenged us to a battle. You wanna take them on?
Yeah, let's definitely do that before you put him in that ball.
He just goes.
That's what I was thinking.
He's gonna freaking
Hands the
Hulk
egg.
out.
Okay, so
Can I-
you are
quick,
going to battle each other.
Can I do a Pokemon like handling? See if I can like hear something
You
in
just.
the egg or whatever.
You can hear a heartbeat in the egg.
That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
You hear like
How
a.
does it sound? Is it super faint?
Yeah, very, very faint. It's probably like every 1.5 to 2 seconds. It's really slow for like an egg heartbeat. Typically, it would be like.
Are you putting it back in the incubator thing, or?
You just kind of
Yeah.
hold it and put it back. Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
it goes
put it back
back
in
in the incubator. Okay, so who is holding on to the egg for the time being?
Do you want to hold it while
Yeah.
we battle?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll hold it.
So Phoebe's gonna hold it while they battle.
Incubator.
Trust Phoebes with that.
All right, so Crash and Mortar are gonna throw down, huh?
Ha 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 ha.
It's initiative.
Crash!
You guys are throwing down, yeah?
You ready to get Mortar back in shape?
You head outside.
High five.
Natty 20, Natty 20!
What is happening?
So 2 natural 20s on initiative. So who's got a higher dexterity?
He's gonna do Mach Punch at some point, so it doesn't really matter.
We're both +0.
You're both +0.
He's gonna do Mach Punch at some
What are you?
point.
So what are you both doing?
both just go in.
So
Fucking do
we
it.
both just do it at the same time?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna run at Crash is just gonna run at Mortar and like flying dive bite at him.
Okay. Well, Mortar sees Crash running for a running dive bite. What's Mortar's response?
Mortar's gonna go for a Mach Punch.
Okay. Cool. All right, both of you roll to hit. See what happens.
Ooh.
18.
8.
Okay.
You hit me for
So
sure.
yeah, as Crash has jaws open,
Punch that.
Mortar just stands there. Oh, he almost looks like Pennywise when he's trying to scare the kids. He's just. And as Crash is leaping out, he's kind of unnerved. He's like, okay, bro, and then whack! Just the fast arm just right under the chin. And you guys hear the clack as Crash's jaws just slammed shut, and one of his fangs looks like a little chipped from that, and he looks pissed. Go ahead and roll damage.
9.
9. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
So how does Crash respond? Being punched in the face, having his tooth chipped.
Do I get to respond? Did he just do Mach Punch?
Yeah, we're just gonna go back and forth.
Alright, cool. Crash is
You
gonna
guys
like
basically went at the same time. So
Yeah.
him going faster, just
Crash is gonna like take that as like a wake up call and sort of like shake off
Like,
and like
this is for
focus a
real.
little bit.
yeah,
And he's gonna try to fire up the water.
make it happen. Oh baby.
It's a
All right.
6.
So yeah, he kind of starts to make the jet stream, and then like having his jaw punched, he's a little sore, and he's like, and he can't quite produce the liquid.
The liquid.
Do I still get to do an attack?
Yeah,
though?
yeah, he's still.
Yeah. Alright, he's gonna go in and try to bite right at Mortar. Jesus Christ.
no.
He's not ready for this. That's only 10.
Yeah. Okay. So
Misses.
Crash comes in for another bite, and Mortar just moves to the side. How does Mortar respond when Crash comes in for a bite attack?
I think he'll spin around and go for another Mach Punch.
Oh snap, son! 4.
Not gonna do it.
Nope.
Okay. He brings the fist up again, coming around, goes to hit Crash in the jaw, and Crash just goes, not this time. And just moves to the side and goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely what he's doing. That is a gonna hit. That's
That's a
17.
That is a good
Cool.
hit.
Okay. So that hits. Don't forget Flame Body.
3, 5, 8, 11.
11. So 11 points to Mortar, and then a D4 of fire to Crash. Ooh, baby. So yeah, right as Mortar's arm comes by, Crash just goes, okay, and just takes a big.
So from flame body, 4 damage.
Damn, bro.
Oh, Mortar is quite literally on fire today. He's doing very well. Okay.
We're now tied in HP as well.
Excellent.
This is intense.
Okay. So yeah, as Crash kind of takes a chunk out of Mortar's arm, you can see like a little bit of blood starting to pool. Like Crash was kind of like, oh yeah, we'll scrap for fun, and then he got clocked in the jaw, and he's like, this is serious.
Okay.
We're on. So a little bit of blood starting to kind of pour down Mortar's arm as he just sees Crash on there. He just pulls his arm out of Crash's jaws, and Crash's jaws just slap down, and there's now just massive gashes in his arm. How does Mortar respond?
I think he's gonna fire up the bigger arm and go for a fire punch this time.
Okay.
With a 17.
Yep. Oh baby.
Here we go.
7.
So that's 10 total, but I think he would take half because it's fire.
Okay. I'll say because in the past Crash has been resistant to fire. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
You'll take half. So half of 10 is 5.
Okay.
You'll take 5.
Okay.
But it's a big punch. Like the fire comes in and like scorches Crash's belly a little bit as he just kind of slides back a little ways.
No doubt.
Caught off guard for sure.
Yeah. All right. Getting dire. He's gonna try to fire up that water again.
Make it happen.
God damn
Not
it.
quite. But yeah, so you can still try to bite him, but the water is still absent.
Yeah, we'll do that. He'll go back in for a bite. That's gonna hit.
Oh
That'd be
baby.
24.
Oh baby. Ooh.
6, 9.
9.
Oh boy.
Oh, he goes to 9. Okay, and then your flame baddie.
Yep.
1 damage. 1 point from flame baddie. Okay. So yeah, as Crash comes in once more, kind of brings in a big bite right into Mortar's belly. And then you watch as Mortar just sort of starts to like glow with heat, and as Crash kind of pulls away with like singed lips almost, and he's like kind of pulls back.
All right,
How
Mortar.
does Mortar like getting bit in the stomach?
He does not. He's gonna retaliate with a mock punch
Oh yeah.
with a natural one.
Okay, he goes to punch, and you guys watch as the skin that's kind of been chewed through just sort of flays back, and he pulls back about halfway through the punch, sees his own blood, and for the first time in like probably a day or so, you see your good old buddy Mortar just look back at you and go, ah! He just starts kind of screaming and howling and holding on to his arm.
Yeah, ow.
Do you continue the fight?
Crash is firing up the water.
Right?
It's alright, Mortar.
Damn it, didn't get it.
Oh no.
But he's going in for a bite still.
Okay. 18.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Finish him.
3.
Oh.
Oh yeah, there it
That
is.
is 9.
It's 12.
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12.
It's 12. Okay. So as Mortar looks back at you and you see the rage has kind of left his eyes, he's just like, Dad, help. As Crash sees his moment, just goes, ah! And just tackles him to the ground. No teeth this time. Just kind of brings him to the ground and gives him a good punch. And then he sees Mortar's kind of just like unconscious on the floor, and he offers out a hand and then realizes that he's like unconscious and is like,
Alright, Crash. Bring it back. Bring it back.
you know, ah! And he kind of stomps back over to you.
That's alright, Mortar. Good job. I'm sorry, he's a really tough opponent, but it's good to see you back battling
He's just-
and back to normal.
And I'll call him back.
That was a
He goes right back in the ball.
legit battle, bro.
Indeed, we gotta do that more often.
I'm down.
Impressed with Crash. Way to go, Crash. That was some impressive stuff. Although maybe a little more work with the water.
Yeah, for real. You need to work on
Would
that,
have made
dude.
swift work of Mortar otherwise. But
Yeah.
That's fun. You want to go to the Pokemon Center?
yeah, I think that
Heal
would
these
be
boys
a
up.
great idea, given that Mortar has fainted.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys run to the Pokemon Center. Now, important note: did the two of you watch the fight, or were you just hanging out inside?
Oh, I watched.
Okay.
For
I was
sure.
rubbing the egg.
Y'all want to come?
Yeah,
You
we'll
go
go
in?
yeah.
Okay.
No reason not to.
Cool. So the four of you make your way back down to the Pokemon Center. Unless you guys need to do anything in the next 30 minutes of in-game time, your squads are back to full.
I was thinking, if you want to, maybe see if Nurse Joy has any information about this egg that we don't know.
Chansey.
Yeah, it sounds like a good
Chansey
idea.
carries an egg.
Do you want to?
That is a fact.
Whoa.
Phoebe, can I have the egg back, please? I want to ask Nurse Joy a question.
Alright.
Appreciate you watching it.
Yeah.
Nurse Joy, I was delivered this egg, and I was wondering if maybe you could glean anything from it, maybe some tips on how to take care of it. Never taken care of an egg before.
She goes, well, as far as I know, they do a lot better if you sort of travel around with them. They sort of like to listen to the sounds of what's outside. It helps them want to see the world a little bit sooner.
Like a pedometer.
Yeah.
Gotta get your steps in.
Exactly.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah. She goes, if you'd like, I do have a resident specialist on eggs in at the moment. Would you like to talk to them?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. She goes, Dennis, would you come over here? And you see a very kind of ancient-looking Chansey spin around.
Yes!
It's got like a little bit of like weird stubble growing in. It's like a pink, almost gray.
Oh my god.
Chansey! It waddles over to you.
Goodness gracious.
And it sort of instinctively holds out a tray it's not holding. He goes, Chansey.
Hello, Chansey. Here's the egg. Maybe you could give it a look. Thank you.
And he goes, He pulls out a big flip chart of all the known types of Pokemon. And he goes, and he stops on ground, and he goes, and it says evolved forms. And he goes, and he stops on ghost. He says, Chansey.
Huh.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you, Chansey.
Yeah.
It's a ghost type?
That sounds pretty
No, my
Evolved.
interpretation is ground, and when it evolves, it's ground ghost.
Ground ghost.
Oh.
Chansey. Yeah. So yeah, Dennis, the ancient, like graying, literally Chansey, just kind of goes, Chansey, and sort of starts waddling back to whatever he was doing. You notice he does not have the sort of kangaroo pouch
No?
where the egg would normally be.
Is it just like flat pink?
Can we trust
No, he's
Dennis?
like a deep gray.
But like that area, it's just like nothing
Nefarious.
to it.
It's just he's like still rotund. He still looks like an egg, but like the little, instead of having like the little hairs that come down that kind of stick up and look a little crazy.
So is
He's
the
definitely old. He's seen a lot of seasons.
is the egg incubator like easy to carry?
Yeah, it weighs probably 10 pounds. It
Okay.
would fit in your pack, but it would be your pack.
Okay, because I'm kind of wondering like if I could purchase something that would like
Like a Bjorn.
Baby Bjorn, baby Bjorn.
sure. I don't know that word.
It says like baby
front
sling.
The front thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you stick a baby or a small dog and they look at you like you're crazy.
Yeah, I think Bentley's gonna want to like go back to the mart where Shay works, and we can discuss maybe how wrong he was about.
Canvas bags, bro.
So we could maybe go back to the mart, and then I can see if there's a way that I could like keep the egg A safe, and B maybe have an easier way to carry it rather than
Yeah.
holding it.
I want
all
to
the time.
ask Dennis
Uh-huh.
before, just for my knowledge, with an egg, does it matter? Like, do you want to try to keep it upright, or is it okay on its side, or?
So basically, if you kind of mime that out, if you're like egg like this, he goes Chauncey.
Egg like this.
Chauncey.
All right.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
good to know. Good.
He sort of freaks out as the resident expert. He's like, do not turn it sideways.
Resident expert.
Okay.
Are
So, that's a
you
thing.
transferring mortar now?
I don't know.
Transferring.
Yeah.
Oh,
At around that
cool.
time,
I think
nurse,
that, like, in the machine,
the
like,
nurse
right.
Joy comes out and says, I have a crash and mortar for CJ and Bentley.
Is Crash sitting on the tray?
Yeah.
Is
He's
he-
just like, ah!
What up, buddy?
He's got like a little bit of like, almost like some lip balm on his lips from where he bit mortar and got burned. He looks a little silly. He's like all shiny on his snout. He's like,
I'm gonna go pick him up.
This is going to be a complete shot in the dark, but
Nurse Joy, have you ever seen a Pokeball that looks like this before?
no, I can't say that I have. I see a lot of things day in and day out, but that's new to me.
All right, fair enough. Shot in the dark confirmed. So, what do you guys think? Do you think I should transfer mortar into this new Pokeball?
Bro's already pretty beef. I'd do it just to see what happens, personally. But that's because of the letter you got from your parents.
From Milo's perspective, are we gonna go out? Or are you gonna look for another teammate, or is this kind of egg kind of filling that spot for you?
Well, I don't know when it's going to hatch. It could hatch tomorrow. It could hatch 2 months from now. So I don't really know. I'd like to catch a third team member before we take on the gym,
Okay.
which I'd still like to do.
Say if you'd want to try transferring them into the Pokeball, I would try that like as we go into the gym.
All right. Well, in the
That way
meantime,
it's
do
not-
you want to go back to the mart and see if I can maybe buy an egg pouch?
Yeah, we can see if they have something like that.
All right.
Canvas bags, bro.
Okay, so you guys make your way across the dirt street to Shay's Mart. And as you walk inside, he goes, "Hey, it's the little explorers. How was your journey?"
It sucked, man.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
You put us in a lot of danger, Shay, and you told us that there was charcoal in the mines. And
Yeah, bro.
No, there's not. That we were told that there's not. Why would you tell us to do that?
No, there's totally.
No.
No, there's charcoal down there. Dude.
No, Shay, we're telling you that we talked to a geologist. He told us no.
He goes, "Nah, dude, no, I have some right here. Look, I'll show you." And he pulls out a small brick of, little charcoal. He goes, "No, look, totally. Let me show you. Y'all have like a fire type. I normally don't do this for the clientele, but because you're accusing me of slander, I need it to clear my name. So do you have a fire type on you?"
I'll send out Howl,
Okay. "Hi, what's up, little dude?"
the one that smelled it in the first place.
He goes, "All right, so can your little friend produce flame on his own?"
No.
Okay, fantastic. So if he holds on to this, okay, little dude, you're gonna hold this. Now have him try to make his own flame, okay?
Do I put it like on him?
He's like, "I can get you like a little loop. We can make it like a
I'm
necklace
saying for
him."
this field test. Do I
Yeah.
press it to him?
Just
or-
hold it up to like his chest, bro.
Okay, I'll hold it up to Howl's chest.
Okay. Howl immediately begins producing small gouts of flame out of his throat.
Oh.
He's never done that before.
And he just kind of starts panting as it's like hot and like smoke is coming out of his mouth. He's like, "Bro, I tried to tell you, dude. It's just super simple."
Is there, while it's in my hand, is there anything I can tell about it that makes it not just like charcoal like Arthur was telling us, or is there something like hidden in it?
Make the equivalent of like a geology check.
Nature?
Probably nature, yeah. See what you know about rocks. One. One? Okay. No, this is an entirely ordinary piece of charcoal. But for whatever reason, it's forcing Howl to produce a flame, almost like involuntarily.
How much does this cost?
Oh, it's $50, dude. But because apparently I put your lives in danger, I'll mark it down for you. I'll do half off.
Wow.
All right.
Today
That's-
only, right now, just for you, my special little friends, my little explorers.
I think in my critical failure, I'm just like in awe by this, and
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Okay.
I don't
P
want
Dub's
to,
like
but-
sitting on your shoulder going.
I'm mad as a player, but my character has been scammed. He buys it completely.
Okay.
And
I don't know, dude. Half off is a pretty big.
Yeah, that's
pretty
not bad.
big-
He goes,
big
look, it's my
steal.
last piece of charcoal. Okay, I'll sell it to you for $25.
We have like
Okay,
zero
okay.
context. It's also a good deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. No frame of reference.
Right.
I mean,
it's like $2 at the barbecue place up the road.
Hal's
Yeah.
never done that before, so I
Yeah.
would buy it just based on that.
I'm buying it. I feel like I can just go burn some twigs and get charcoal. But here
It's
we
not
go.
Don't Starve.
Yeah, that's
All right, yeah, I'll buy it.
He goes, all right, another happy customer. Do you want a canvas bag or a plastic bag, dude?
Oh, canvas.
Canvas bag for sure.
All right. Well, speaking of happy customers, Shay, I was wondering if you have maybe a pack or a backpack accessory where I could carry an egg.
Like, how big an egg are we talking, dude? We talking like a little bird's egg, or are we talking
We're
like something
talking
big?
this.
Holy jeez, dude, that's a big egg you got there.
Yeah, it's a big egg, and I want to keep it safe. So I was wondering if you have anything that I could purchase that would help in that.
Goes, well,
endeavor?
I mean, it's in a big like steel box, so you should be okay there. You just need something to carry that, huh?
Yeah, that would work.
I have some old guitar straps from my old band days. If you want to try to strap one of those on there.
Of course
Sounds
you were.
about right.
All right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, if you're able to do that, that'd be super.
All right, perfect. Yeah, for sure, dude. Just go ahead and put the little egg on the counter there, bud. I'll get you the thing you need. Okay.
All right. Bentley like sets it, but like keeps his hands gripped to it.
Yeah. He goes, all right. So, never seen a metal egg like this before. It's pretty cool, dude. Anywho, what you're gonna do is we're gonna take this little strap. Okay, I gotta put some rivets on your egg. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You can probably do it with magnets, but a rivet will be a little more secure.
Let's put it on the actual like incubator.
On the
Jesus.
incubator. Yeah.
Drilling into the egg.
It's
Yeah,
fake.
that sounds perfect. If you're able to do it so as not to harm the egg.
He's like, yeah, for sure. But just in case, why don't we take the egg out of the box, okay, for a minute? And you want to hold it?
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. And he just kind of like drills 2 rivets on either side and then puts his like little base strap and just sort of screws in some little knobs on there. And he goes, all right, good buddy, here we go. And he kind of drapes it over your shoulder. It's a little awkward because it's like a big metal egg. But it's not the worst thing. Like, it's functional.
All right.
You don't have to keep it in your bag anymore.
Nice.
Fair enough.
And he goes, and it's easy access, you can put it in there. And then after the egg hatches, you get like get some food or whatever, use it for leftovers, preservatives and stuff.
Yeah, or CJ's rocks.
Oh yeah, you could have like hot rocks and stuff for sure. For like stone massage. I like your style, little man.
Not where I was going with that, but all right, Shay, you're a weird dude.
I'm more throw 'em at stuff.
Oh, okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-defense and vandalism, there's a fine line.
It's a fine line between self-defense and vandalism. The things that we learn.
Is there anything else I can get you, little explorers?
No, not unless you guys want to buy something else.
No.
Got anything in the store you're excited about?
Well, I mean, I had the charcoal, but I just sold that to your little buddy over
That's
here.
right.
Who brought you that charcoal?
Dude, I found that outside the mines, okay?
Outside the
It was
mines?
just sitting
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah, like one of the little Pokemons down there must have brought it up, left it out front.
Find 10. Just
On the, like right at the entrance
Yeah.
to the mine, yeah.
It's like, I think something was bringing it out of the mine and just got spooked and left it behind. But one Pokemon's trash is another man's $25, so.
I guess you're
Pretty
right
happy
there.
about it.
So we explored the Ironbreaker mines. I think you said that there were other mines. Is that true, or is that really the only mine that's safe
Well,
enough according to you?
there's all the mines are sort of connected, my dude. They're all open in the same spot. So if you go into one of the mines, you'll probably pretty likely run into one of the other ones at some point.
Fair enough.
Can I get you little explorers? Any new Pokeballs? Any great balls? Anything like that? You're running low on supplies. Need some potions?
I'm good for now.
Well,
All right.
all right, little dudes. Take it easy. Let me know how it goes with the egg. And again, offer still stands. You find little knickknacks, trinkets, bring them in. You don't want them, I'll pay you for them.
Later, Shay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, if we find any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He goes, yeah, remember, preserve the earth. Use canvas bags, okay? Use that bag at any other store, all right?
will do.
Perfect.
Will do.
Good work, little man. See you later. And you guys leave the discomfort of Shade's little shop. And the day is yours.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm kind of just like looking at this, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with it now that I have it.
The charcoal?
Yeah.
I'm
like,
curious. Can I bring out Growl and you hold it up to him?
Sure.
See what it does?
Nice.
Okay. So Growl is the one that has Fire Fang, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so he shows like
back.
similar results. If you kind of hold it anywhere against him, smoke just kind of starts to billow out of the corner of his mouth,
And then I like take it away.
and it will cease.
And then I do it again.
And the smoke begins to
And then I
billow,
take it away.
and it stops.
Okay. Science.
That checks out.
Neat.
If it's touching him, smoke comes out. If you pull it away, it stops. I'll have to record this in my journal.
Our second science experiment of Xantha.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you want to go look for a Pokemon, Bentley?
Yeah, I mean, I would wager we shouldn't go too deep into any of the mines. I don't really want to do that again, but maybe just on the...
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I don't want to go in the mines, period.
Yeah.
If you guys want to go, that's fine, but I'm not going in there.
Can't say I would blame you. One of the things that I was curious about is maybe we could go back and talk to Javier. Maybe you guys could and kind of ask him some questions, since I think the last time we were really only talking to Kaz, and if Javier has more to say, that could be useful.
I mean, I'm down to do that if you guys want to go in the mines. It's something to do.
All right.
Are you like dead set on going in the mine?
I mean, I feel like that's the only place that there are Pokemon here.
You could just step out to a route.
Yeah, we could just like go walk around for a while if you want.
So, aren't we just like surrounded by desert here?
More or less, but I mean, you guys found Pendleton. You've seen
Yeah, you never know what's out
Slugmas.
there.
You've seen
There's a lot of weird
Seen a lot of
stuff in
tracks.
the mines too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Could be anything.
There's all sorts of nonsense going on.
So the mines is just the three entryways that we had previously seen, like the left where Dunsparce blinded Milo, and then the middle where we had our full crazy adventure, and then the right where we came out.
Yeah. So there's one trio of mines to the southwest of town, and there's another path that you guys haven't gone down to the southeast.
And is that also just desert?
There are a couple small, like, rundown structures. It seems to be kind of a broken down part of town.
I'm down to go
It's sort of the-
explore around there.
Yeah, it's sort of the ghost town vibe you guys were getting when you came in was like that and Javier and Kaz. So that was sort of like the section of town. It's the nearest building to that is Javier's Inn. So that's why, like, when you guys showed up, you're like, oh, okay, this is not a place that people go. But if you go to any of the other quadrants of town, it's relatively active for a mining town that doesn't have a lot of people in it. There's enough going on.
All right, well, maybe we could do a two-bird situation. Just walk back to Javier Ghost Town area. CJ and I can do some exploring, and y'all can talk to Javier.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right.
Cool. Alrighty, so you guys are headed towards the southeastern corner of town. There are a number of, like, rundown buildings. There's not a ton of them, but probably like 5 or 6. Most of them have like boarded up windows, kind of jagged. It almost looks like the building that you guys were in that had like the big hole in the wall. It's kind of that vibe. Little bit creepy, but it's still daylight out, so you can see stuff, so it's not as off-putting. Any of the buildings that had windows, they've long since kind of broken from either just weather or something going through them, or like people or kids running through and kind of smashing windows, exploring around.
Yeah.
So is it like Javier's Inn, and then all the like ghost town kind of buildings are beyond that, like to
It's,
the very far southeast?
Yeah, basically, if you were to look at the map as like this is the gym,
Mm-hmm.
and you go up and to the left, it would be the Pokemon Center and the Mart. Up and to the right is a neighborhood, which is Arthur's town, like Arthur's house, a couple other buildings, and then there's down to the left is the Ironbreaker Mines. Down to the right would be kind of dilapidated ghost town, and then like if this is the gym, right up here to the right is Javier's Tavern. So looking out the window is the ghost town.
Should we just pick a dilapidated building to look into?
I'll follow you, bro. Let's do it.
Do you keep
Alright.
P-Dove with you?
I mean, as long as he's cool being there, I'm happy with
He's
it.
just thrilled to see you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
me too. I'm happy
Yeah.
to see him.
You have to have a bird at all times. So I'm actually gonna roll a d6 and exclude 6, but whatever number will be the building that we look at.
Okay.
Leave it up to fate.
I'm gonna put the charcoal up to P-Dove.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen to him, thankfully.
Here, hold it up to Sweenov.
Like a little bit of like charcoal dust kind of rubs off on him, and he's like,
Sorry, bud. I'll just brush it off.
Rude.
Can I like rub his head like this?
he's like,
Alright, so we're gonna go to building 3.
building 3 out of 5. All right.
The middle one.
You
So
picked a good one.
Yeah, basically.
building 3. Okay. As you approach the third building out of 5, so I guess it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go to the one at like, if it's like, think of it like a cul-de-sac. You go into like the one at the
Just dead center.
dead center.
Okay.
At the back. Okay. It looks very rundown, almost plantation house-esque. We're talking like haunted mansion status, like bigger than the other buildings, but more rundown. At one time much fancier, but now definitely not.
We picked the right one.
But it almost looks like an old courthouse or something
Nice.
to be going on there.
Let's do it.
Order in the court.
You guys know that?
We going in there?
Yeah, if you're there with me, I feel like we've got enough firepower if something happens, but let's maybe take it slow and steady.
Let's go.
Powers.
So is there like a door that's like open or a window that we can look into?
The one of the doors is kind of like hanging off the hinge. Like it looks like the hinge is kind of rotted away, or or probably like a storm or something kind of knocked it off.
Okay.
And then the other one's just kind of like swung open and in, and it kind of just creaks back and forth in a very eerie fashion.
I'm gonna quickly do a little perception check, see if I can hear anything other than the door.
Okay.
That's
Oh, dear.
7.
You hear the door. You hear. You hear like the faint sound of like footsteps
What?
on like the second floor.
It's Cos.
Let's go.
Kaz doesn't touch the floor. Kaz floats.
That's what you think.
That's what I know.
It's Cos.
All right. I'm gonna slink under the broken door and into the foyer.
Okay. As we all know, there are no traps in the foyer. Foyer is a safe space. So it's good. You're good to
I
enter.
know that now.
You're good to enter.
All right.
Get to the foyer.
So you slink into the foyer. You see 4 like big sets of swinging doors that are in like relatively not trashed condition.
Like saloon doors.
Kind of, but they extend like
Okay.
all the way up. So like you can't see in there, but like there's a big gap underneath the door, and you can kind of like swing it up and under. But there's 4 sets of those, and there's like a big kind of busted, run-down reception area. And then there's 2 sets of stairs that go up. And like, they're kind of like, they go up and then they turn and then they go up to the like a balcony.
Do you want to go up the stairs?
Let's do it.
I think that's where we heard noises come from.
Sounded like it.
Alright, I'm going to send out Mortar and Evinrude.
Okay.
Just so they're both out and ready to go.
Perfect.
And I got growl and crash out because
I've got gout. I can't follow you.
My feet are too swollen. They
Stairs
hurt.
aren't my thing.
I have gout. I just thought I should tell you.
This is unrelated.
It's something I learned recently. I really just need to get it off my chest.
Okay, sorry guys, I forgot to tell you.
I forgot to tell you I have gout. Okay. Yeah. So the teams are out. Where would you like to sort of investigate first?
We went to Javier, right?
Yeah.
So are we at like the landing of the staircase now? Like the top?
If you guys want to climb it, do you go left or right? Or both?
Right?
Sure.
Boom.
Okay. You have the right set? Okay. Yeah, there are 2 more sets of swinging doors up on the top right balcony, and there are 2 across the way from you. And then there's like a big like set of French doors kind of that lead to the outside. So like some sunlight's coming in, and you can see just like it almost looks like a building out of like The Last of Us. There's just a bunch of dust kind of falling in over the sun.
It's creepy.
No doubt.
Sufficiently creepy. What door would you like to explore?
I mean, right's worked for us thus far.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right.
He's done it. He's my.
I hate myself.
I get it.
Cool. So you guys go in you're going in the right set of doors?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just walking in?
I am like opening the door slowly.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Cast Mage Hand.
CJ is a warlock now. He's multi-classed from boy into warlock.
Boy.
Did you say stealth?
Boy. Yes. Yes.
I know you're
You do it.
WD-40.
Look at that.
That is a 21.
All right. Yeah. As you open this door, you kind of catch yourself as you're just about to open it. There's just a big hole, like right in front of you.
Oh, God.
As you creep the door open, but just past the hole, there's this like small, almost like a blue. It's about the size of like a kickball. It's got these 2 little foots kind of sticking out, and it's got 2 big closed eyes and a big open like drooling mouth with a tongue hanging out. And it's just like.
Bentley, you see this thing?
I do.
What is that?
First of all, good job spotting that giant hole in the floor.
I got you.
I can't tell what that is. I hate these descriptions. I hate them. So bad.
It's just breathing real heavy.
Should we try?
And every time it breathes out, there's like this big, like beige little nozzle on like the top of its head, and a bunch of spores kind of go.
You said it was blue.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a?
And every time it breathes out, it goes.
Is it called gloom?
And it breathes in, it goes.
Is that what it is? Like oddish to gloom?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it evolves to, right? Is that what it is? Kind of looks like that.
And there's like
Can I do like this is so ridiculous. Can I do a check to confirm what
Are
it
you
is?
looking inside?
Well, I'm looking at it, no.
But are you like getting a closer look?
I'm gonna creak that door. He's kind of looking over my shoulder.
Well,
You
I'm
getting
like
closer.
I'm looking in the room from behind CJ. I'm not getting closer. I just want to see if I can like verify what it actually
I
is.
don't want to make a stealth check, but I'm looking. That's what I'm getting.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So it is dim light in there, and you're kind of far away. So you will be at disadvantage, but you may absolutely attempt to perceive what this creature is. Or you can get closer.
Or I could pull out my lantern.
Yeah, you can absolutely pull out your lantern.
How dark is it in here? Is it pretty dark?
It's pretty dark in here.
With
Like,
the exception of that light.
the only
that's
reason
coming
you're
in
able to
basically
see
just like a
this
window.
thing is because you're relatively close to it.
Okay.
If you're within like 10 feet, you just see
Love
this
it.
big like bulbous shape.
How big is the hole?
See?
It's
See how
it's
I did?
not like huge,
Like,
but
we
if
could
you
jump.
had just stepped in, you would have fallen.
But we could jump across it. Could be a
Easily.
check,
It-
but we could jump across it
Well, hold on.
potentially.
Yeah.
If you made a running jump, what is your strength score? The big number.
My strength is 13.
Okay. Yeah, you could clear it. Easy.
You probably could.
No.
What's your strength score?
8.
So yeah, if you guys got a running jump, you could both reasonably expect to clear this. If you did it from standing, Bentley, you'd make it like 2/3. Probably chin yourself and fall.
And I'd probably make it, or like.
And you would still probably make it. It'd be close though.
Okay.
But if you got a running start and didn't care about like how loud you were being, you could do it.
Do a check of some sort.
Yeah, I just want to like.
Okay.
Perception.
I
Yeah,
think
look
we
at it.
agree that it's
No.
Okay. You have no idea what this thing is at all.
As far as I know, I
True to life.
I think it might be a gloom.
No.
It's
So what do you know
it's pretty
about-
big, right?
It's like a good size. It's like a kickball, but it's missing the like telltale red petals that a gloom would have.
Okay.
It just has like the big bulb in the middle that's kind of releasing spores up and down.
Interesting. It's weird. I mean, do you want
Is
to?
it an oddish?
I don't know, man.
It's so frustrating.
Do you want to go? Do you want me to jump over there? And
Can you do the description again?
It's a big dark blue spherical shape, about the size of a kickball.
Right.
It's got 2 little blue foots, very nondescript. They're just like limbs. They're
Right.
sticking out. It's got a big beige nozzle on the top of its head, and every time it breathes in, it kind of goes. And there's this like horrible sucking sound, and a bunch of the dust from the nearby room will kind of go in, and then when it breathes out, a bunch of spores will come out the top of its head and kind of scatter in the nearby area, and then it'll kind of breathe them back in, and then it shoots back up.
I'm gonna look around.
Beige
Are you
nozzle.
pulling out your? Hey, do you want to pull out your lantern so we can see this better?
Do you think? I don't want to wake it up. I feel like this thing could maybe poison us.
It could, but
Look at all the spores.
yeah. Do you want to just check another room then?
No, I'll pull out my lantern.
So I pull out my lantern to get a better look at this thing.
Okay. Are you shining the light into the room
Yeah.
at the thing?
Well, like so I can like in front of me, so I can light it up.
I'm
so
holding
it's not,
the door open. He holds the lantern like
Like I'm
up
not just
next to
like
me in
glaring
the
it in
doorway.
its eyes or anything. I just want to like illuminate
Okay.
the entrance and part of the room, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh, you illuminate most of the room, the creature included. As the light kind of basks in, it opens one of its like weird little eyes, and it just goes. Kind of coughs, and like a bunch of the spores come out. You seem to have interrupted its sort of equilibrium of like filter feeding, and it just kind of stares at you, and then a bunch of these little red petals kind of fold out from the top of its head, and it just goes.
It's gloom, bro. Hey, man.
Are you trapped up here, bud?
Sorry for waking you up.
Hey, sorry about that. All right. Well, should we let him sleep?
It's up to you.
I don't know.
You could also just catch it. And then we're done.
All right.
I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
Down.
I'm just kidding. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. Like I'm here with you. I mean, he seems pretty chill right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like I don't want to just like straight up attack it.
Are you stuck over there? Do you want to come over here? You want to try and help it?
Yeah, maybe if you could send out Bang, maybe he could do his acrobatic stuff like when he saved me and get him across that big.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to throw that thing. It looks pretty big.
Well, I mean, I feel like he could jump across the little the hole in the ground.
Oh, he'd be able to do that easily.
Yeah. So
What if we look for something to like walk across in one of the other rooms?
That's what I was waiting for right there.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Gloom, we'll be right back.
They just like
we're
light
gonna
it
try
up.
and find something
The
to help
whole
you
collapse
across. All right.
becomes larger.
Sorry, bud.
So
He just falls through too.
what other doors are there? Like how many others?
There's 3 more sets of doors upstairs. There's the one to the left of you.
The French doors that
two
go
on
out to the outside.
The other side, and then there's like the outside doors. So I guess there's 4 other sets of doors you can go through.
Your call this time. I picked these ones.
Alright, let's just go to the nearest door that isn't the one that leads outside.
Okay. So the one would be to your left.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you just open it?
Well, slowly, like how CJ did.
Sneaky beaky like.
Yeah.
Stealth check.
Sneaky Pete.
Sneaky Pete.
14.
Nice.
Oh dear.
I love 14. I was gonna be.
Yeah, oh dear. Just a little sketchy.
Yeah, as you kind of pry this little door open and you look inside, you see three. They're about the size of. They're about the size of like Moana now. They're probably about yay big.
Okay.
And they're just kind of sat in a little semicircle, and they've got a small candle glowing in between them.
Oh, you walked in on a ritual.
There's like three.
There's a goat head bleeding out in the corner.
There's like three of these little pink, kind of spherical creatures kind of sitting there. They got big pointy ears. They got really big bushy tails. And as you kind of peer the door open, one of them just goes,
Hello, we're looking for a board or something that we could put to try and help out a Pokemon in the other room. It seems to be stuck.
all three of them kind of rise in unison. And the one that has its back to you just sort of starts like vibrating slowly.
What are these?
And it kind of turns around to look at you.
So frustrating.
And its face is reminiscent of like the Ghastlies that you were seeing. And it just sort of goes,
What is this thing? Hey, slowly back away. Slowly back away.
yeah. And as you guys kind of creep backwards out of the room, the one that's closest to the door, keeping the creepy smile and eyes fixed on you, just goes up and goes.
It just like shuts the
It
door.
just shuts the door.
Okay. Do you have like spray paint so we can put an X on the other door or something?
Don't dead open inside.
I think we can just remember not to go in that one, but I
Yeah.
think you should maybe check the next room because
I
that
don't
was
know what that was.
that was terrifying.
Oh, I thought it shut him in with them.
Oh, yeah.
No, it pulled the door shut to be like, you're interrupted.
That was super weird. I don't know what those things were, but yeah, we're moving on. Next closest door.
Okay.
Again.
So you guys
What's
have to
behind
go
door
down
number
the stairs
3?
and then back up the other side. They're not. It's not like
it's
a,
not connected?
No.
Oh shit. Or can we get to the doors that go out from where we are currently?
Yeah. So it's like the side you're on, it goes there, and then the floor's kind of falling through on the other side of the balcony door. So you could jump it, but he might have trouble.
Okay.
So safely, you would go down and go back up. But if you wanted to jump it and save time, you could do it.
Well, I'm not thinking about it, so I'm gonna jump across.
Perfect. Yeah. So you are able to leap the distance if you get a running.
Yeah,
step.
I'm gonna like literally seeing that. I'm just gonna turn. He's like, "You want to open the next door?" And I'm just gonna turn, run, and jump across.
Do you as a trainer think that Howl and
Crash won't be able to, but I'm not
do
thinking about Crash.
you think that your crew would follow you?
Growl would try and follow me.
Growl would do it?
I don't think Crash would.
Okay.
Crash would waddle up and be like, "Ah!"
He's just mad that you left him behind. What is his strength score?
Growls.
Crashes.
Crash is
+3 or 16.
He can
do
technically
it?
make this jump, but it's like mind over matter.
Oh, okay.
He would be like, bro.
Okay, well, if I turn around and I see him doing that, I'm gonna be like, dude, just back up, run, and do it.
Okay.
You're fast enough. Come on.
Just goes. And he kind of just leaps and like tackles into you, and you guys kind of do like a little tumble. And Growl kind of just like rolls on his back and starts laughing.
Yeah.
And then what is Growl's?
Growls is 13, but
13?
also
Yeah,
plus 2, so.
he can clear.
Cool.
Yeah. So Growl kind of runs up, does like a little wall run off the like patio doors, and then kicks off and like lands next to you. Just kind of licks his paw.
Points for finesse, bro. Pat him on the head.
He's like,
Bentley, let's go.
All right, Evinrude like flies over to you.
Oh, yeah.
And Mortar has a 17 strength, so could he leap this?
oh yeah. Especially like right now,
He's raring to go.
he could probably throw
He
you right
flings
now.
you.
So
In his state of mind, he could probably throw you.
Jesus.
Well, just watching everybody leap this gap and Evinrude fly over, Bentley's gonna
try.
look at the gap and then think better of it and just slowly and shamefully walk down the stairs and around and up.
Okay.
You could have done it.
At what cost? I don't like heights anymore.
It wasn't that hard. We all made it.
He almost fell through
Okay.
the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
literally
I
had
get it.
a life
Flashback
saving
situation.
situation. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Mortar just kind of stands there. Again, you get kind of the Pennywise vibes as Bentley kind of walks away and he's just staring at you. And you're for a minute.
He's just staring at
yeah,
me.
for a minute you're like Bentley. And Mortar's just.
That's a little. This is real weird.
He breaks out all of his claws on his hand and he just goes and stabs into the wood on the side of the wall and just kind of starts climbing himself over and swinging with his big arm, catching himself. And then he just lands next to you, just dusts off his nails and then just goes back to staring.
That was impressive. Bentley.
I'm coming. I've got tiny legs.
As you kind of make your way back up the stairs, you're a little winded. You're like, and then you just see Mortar just staring there. Just,
Hey, bud. That was a good job. Really showing off your strength that I don't have. So it's a good thing I have you. CJ, you want to check the next door?
Got you, bud. Again, gonna.
yeah.
That is an 18.
Oh, he's getting better.
Yeah. As you open the door, expecting to see just another cadre of demons at this point, you're like, what am I getting myself into? You see, actually no, you've seen one of these before, so I don't have to be a cryptic
Thank
explainer.
God.
You see, two Magnemites kind of just floating, and they seem to be screeching to each other. It almost sounds like a dial-up internet connection out of one, and then the other one's kind of shrieking. It's and you guys are like, what have we interrupted?
They're mating.
They don't appear to have noticed you though when you leave the door open. You're like, hello. Hello.
Style.
Do you think they'd be able to help at all, or should we just?
I don't know. Can we look in around the room since they haven't noticed us to see if there's a board or a I don't know what else
for
would be
Just perception check it up.
Yeah. Take a sneaky peek. Oh baby.
21.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You see, this definitely used to be a courtroom. So they're kind of conversing over where the judge would sit. And there's kind of the witness stand, and then there's a bunch of just broken boards from the benches that used to be in there. You could probably use one of those.
Well, that looks like that would be what we need.
I would agree.
What if you use two of them?
Oh, gasp.
Yeah.
That would be a thing.
Was that Mila you just heard in your head?
What would Milo do?
I don't know why we would need
Not
more,
enter
but-
this room.
Who knows?
How big are they roughly?
They're
wide?
They're probably the length of the table and probably this wide. It would be reasonable that the guy that you're trying to help could probably do it if he went sideways and kind of slow.
Fair enough. Do the Magnemites do anything?
No, they kind of just keep screeching to each other, and at one point one of them kind of spins the magnet up and goes. And kind of spins its little magnet hands around a couple times. Goes, and the screw eyes kind of go in and out a couple times.
Those guys are weird.
It's like an angry mechanical cat.
I have an idea,
What do you got?
but it could be dangerous. So you remember when I was trying to teach Morta Thunder Punch?
Yeah.
And he was able to do it in the training hall because they had a generator.
Yeah.
2 generators.
Dude, that's smart. Go for it.
Morta, what are you thinking? You maybe want to try and see if you can sap some energy from these Magnemite?
Oh God.
He kind of fires up the arm and without another word just storms into the room. And one of the Magnemites goes, kind of like flies in like, what are you doing in my space? And Mortar tries to punch him in the face. Go ahead and roll an attack. 9. Okay. As the fire punch goes forward, this thing just starts shrieking. And you watch as like sonic waves kind of suppress the fire on his arm and almost put it out. And his fist is just stopped by the sound waves.
Wow.
And they're just kind of met, and it's like a horrible shrieking sound. You guys almost have to cover your ears. It's just like...
Oh. Coming in hot, little man.
And eventually Mortar kind of like gives up the chase and lets his arm fall slack, and the Magnemite kind of like cautiously floats back up like, yeah, try it again. What are you gonna do? And he's kind of like stunting on Mortar a little bit.
I feel like Mortar would just be pissed and would go for another punch.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. See what happens.
This is... Fuck.
Another 4.
Bro! What the hell?
Once again, Mortar just... And he just like shrieks like in fury in this room, and as he throws up another punch, the Magnemite once again just goes, and the sound waves just put out the fire and hold his fist steady where it is.
These guys are awesome.
Yo, get your boy. He's in a pocket right now.
He's what?
Why is he just trying to punch that thing?
Well, I kind of suggested it.
Is that what you meant by learn Thunder Punch or try to get the Thunder Punch to work? It's just to punch one of those things?
Well, yeah, get the electricity out of it.
What if like
Or
you
just
talk
ask
to
it.
one of those
Yeah.
and tell him to like touch Mortar and
Yeah.
like, get him to feel it?
Fine. Magnemite, I'm sorry to encroach on your space, but me and Mortar here were trying to learn a new move, and I was hoping that maybe with your electricity you could help out. Would you be willing to do that? Sorry that he's a little overzealous.
The one that he hasn't been trying to punch just kind of goes. It's the dial-up one. One of them has like, he's very silver and has like a lot of color. This one looks kind of like rusted and run down a little bit. He looks like an older model of Magnemite.
Rusty.
Nice.
And he's like, and he just kind of flits over and sticks the magnet towards Mortar's little arm and just goes.
He's kind of ignorant.
Just kind of sticks it to him, and Mortar just gives him the dirtiest side eye. And he goes to punch, and you watch as the big arm goes in for a fire punch. Go ahead and roll the attack.
Work, not a 4.
Bro! He punches himself.
Natural.
As the as Mortar's fist comes up,
I hate everything.
you can see as the fire's illuminated, and as he goes to punch in, you watch as the fire just starts to glow blue and starts shooting sparks off, and Mortar just gets so transfixed with the light he doesn't even notice. And as he goes to punch towards this Magnemite, it just catches his arm in its other magnet, and it just starts to twist. And you watch as Mortar's arm just starts bending back, and the Magnemite just keeps shrieking at him until he sort of deignites the arm, and then it lets him.
It's kind of
sort of
an
return.
Oh, that guy's a badass. Well, that kind of worked.
I guess, yeah. Magnemite, I'm sorry to ask you this, but would you mind traveling with us? We're trying to help a gloom in the other room that's trapped. We were going to take one of these boards to get him so he could walk over the chasm. Maybe you could come with us and help out Mortar some more?
They both kind of look at you, and the dial-up one is just like, and then the other one just goes. It just kind of flies over, hooks one of its magnets under one of the boards, and the dial-up one kind of follows suit. The newer model, so to speak, has like rounded magnets. This one just has like blocks. And it kind of goes, just inserts it on the top and
Getting
kind of
them to do
lifts
the work.
up.
That was smart.
I didn't think that they would carry it for us, but that's helpful for sure.
It works. There's another door over here, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go with them, or are you gonna stay with me? Because I'm opening that door.
Well, why don't we save Gloom first, and then we can come back and open the last door.
Promise?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Alright, so I'm just gonna lead the way for me down the stairs, back up the stairs, and I guess go back to that first room and have the Magnemites set the board down so we can like slide it and make a bridge for the gloom.
Yeah. As it kind of comes to a rest, the little dial-up Magnemite kind of like whirs out and then offers its magnets out to the gloom for support, and then the newer one's like, oh, that's a good idea, and they kind of go in, and they kind of help the gloom make its way across. And as it reaches the other side, it looks at both of you and just goes,
Got you, bud.
and it goes, and it throws up 2 like big spherical seeds.
Oh.
And it goes, and then it kind of just waddles back into the darkness of the courthouse.
Interesting.
They're like really slimy, and one's like kind of a dark green, the other one's like almost like a bright yellow with like weird streaks of purple, and they're just 2 big seeds.
Oh.
Bentley takes the Kleenex out of his bag and hands one to CJ, and then just like makes a mini like glove and picks up the slimy seed.
Okay.
And like wraps it and puts it in his pack.
I blow my nose really quick and throw it on the ground, and then I just pick up.
Gross.
Which seed did you take?
Gross. Which one do you want?
Did you take the green one or the purple one? The yellow purple one.
Which one do you want?
I mean,
You picked first?
You
Yeah.
picked first, so.
So it used green and purple.
Green and then like a bright yellow with purple stripes.
I'll take purple stripes.
Okay. You have purple stripe seed. You have green seed.
Cool.
Okay. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, the 2 of you are going to look for Javier. Okay. So you guys kind of followed CJ and Bentley, and then when the paths split, you guys kind of went your separate ways. You make your way back towards Bassa's. Do you enter inside, or do you just kind of look for Javier's actual residence, or are you guys just heading into the tavern where you first landed?
The tavern
Makes
first,
sense. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you guys make your way in, and as you open the door, you see a single, lonely Javier cleaning up what is now just like the wreckage of his life, basically. You can see like the dents in the wall where like bodies hit. You can see like a bunch of broken bar stools. There's some scorch marks on the floor. There's a lot of like, for a lack of a better word, it's like ectoplasm from all the gas leaks that were just kind of going in and out everywhere. And he's kind of just mopping things up, and he just goes, "Oh, hey, I didn't think I'd ever get the chance to really apologize to you for what you went through."
We kind of came to talk to you about that stuff.
Oh,
I think our primary concern and our own curiosity is if, in your own words, you could tell us what happened from your point of view, right?
Wow. All right, psychologist Milo.
No, is that not what we want to do?
Yeah.
Because I figured we wanted to know how much like he was aware of.
Yeah. No,
How does this
I'm not-
make you feel?
Yeah.
As he asked us, okay, psychologist Mila.
Yeah. I'm
Milo's
just, like,
making
shocked.
a lot of psychological
Like Milo
strides.
aged like 10 years, bro.
he'll essentially catch you guys back up, but he's already told you pretty much the extent of his knowledge the last time you spoke to him. He doesn't have any memory of the last like almost 3 years of his life.
That's nuts.
He remembers the like sort of end of the war and coming back to Xantha, settling down, and he remembers meeting Kaz, but he remembers almost nothing after that.
The war ended 3 years
How
ago.
did you?
The war ended like a long time ago, but like
He can't remember the last 3 years of his life.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So basically, like the war has been over for a long time. I think the final time's like 30 years or something. But it's been like the last 3 years has been him with Kaz doing whatever it is Kaz needed him to do. But the time in between the end of the war and prior to 3 years ago was all the sort of military bases dismantling, repurposing anything that they could, getting all the structures back to civilian life, and then trying to find like homes and work for the vets.
So how did you meet Kaz?
For the sake of audio in my own throat, which is already going away from being a dial-up internet connection today. Basically, he and his sort of squad were cleaning up the last of like a psionic encampment, basically from the Alakazam sort of wars.
Yeah.
And when they entered into, I think it was a bunker. Basically, they went into like a big military structure, and they were sort of doing like their breach and clear tactics. And Javier found Kaz, and Kaz essentially took control then and there of Javier's mind.
Okay,
and
then
the rest of his squad is no longer with us.
So as soon as Kaz took over, you have no.
He basically he'll have
no memory,
like,
or just like flashes.
He has like snippets here and there where he would be far enough away from Kaz that he would be conscious and aware. So people kind of know Javier as being sort of like a scatterbrained individual.
Yeah.
He'll walk around town. Sometimes he's talking to himself. He looks lost and confused, and other times he's totally coherent and there in his mind, but physically he's not like up to speed.
So you guys never had a way of preventing that, considering you were like at war?
He'll say
to prevent something like that from happening, like being possessed.
He said no. That's why that war was so important. Because this in effect.
But how do you have a shot then?
Yeah, basically like the other side of that war.
Yeah.
Was like in a might makes right scenario.
Yeah.
They had every right to do what they did. Because no one could stop them.
Yeah.
But essentially, just through like sheer force of will, enough people were putting up enough of a fight that they were able to take down one of the leaders, and then everybody else got weaker. It's kind of like a hive mind scenario. They're stronger the more of them there are.
Yeah,
so if you can just get a couple, you'll start to build up some ground.
Okay.
He definitely chooses his words carefully.
In the amount of time that you were being controlled by him, was there anything you were able to glean about Kaz or his intentions? Like him being inside your mind, was there anything?
Or even just from the war in general?
Well, I was just saying, like this specifically in the last 3 years, he was being controlled. Like, was there any message that?
Yeah, like was there any kind of consistency of
like
things he was asking you to do?
Yeah,
or whatever. Okay.
Like some sort of plan you were able to.
Let's see. Okay, so he rolled terribly, but basically the gist of what Javier is able to tell you is Kaz was a very tactical, like strategist in their war. He would have been like a field commander. So he would have had a battalion of troops that answered to him that he was then in direct control of. But then he answered to someone above him who was controlling essentially a battalion of people of Kaz's skills and abilities. And then the chain of command went up from there.
All right, well.
And it stemmed all the way down from one single individual that Kaz would always reference when he would give an order to Javier's body. So basically, like, his mind was there, but over the 3 years, his will broke. So he stopped keeping track of things. He was just a puppet. Sure. So that's why he doesn't have a ton of memories. But he always talks about the prime mind. So that was always Kaz's directive, was the prime mind needs this, so we do as well. So like that's essentially like why Javier opened up a tavern, is he was told like, yeah, the prime mind needs this, so you'll do it. So he opened the tavern, and then people would come. He could get to know them. They would tell them about their lives, and then Kaz would go, okay, cool, I have what I need. Go in and either press them for information, take them as well, do whatever he needed, or just send them away. So that's why people would always go missing in Xantha. That's why everybody would talk about the Xanthan curse. Is the people that were here were kind of like wilted husks that from what they used to be. Everybody was like physically or mentally not themselves.
Do you have any idea where he went or could have gone?
He goes,
Because he ran away.
yeah. He goes, nah, he was always a survivalist. If you guys pushed him that far, he went somewhere he knew he'd be safe. I wish I knew where that was, but he would definitely go. He would go report to whoever he reported to, and he would debrief them on everything. He was a strategist. He definitely wasn't stupid. If you see him again, he'll be more dangerous.
Hope not.
Sounds right up Milo's alley.
Because,
great.
He goes, for your sakes, I would hope so as well. But if you were able to push him, and you're just kids, I can't imagine he'll be coming back near you anytime soon.
Wait till we're teenagers.
Have you seen
In 27 years when Pennywise comes back?
Have you seen Spencer at all since anything happened?
I haven't. Poor guy. He's been through a lot in the last couple of years. I don't know how much you guys know about what used to go on here, but he used to have some partners that are no longer with us. But he had a ponyta that he was very fond of.
Yeah.
By the name of Justice.
And he had a Magmar too, right?
He did. He had a Magmar named Smokes. Smokes was always good for giving you a light. That's how he got the name. But Justice got swept up in all manner of experiments.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what happened to her, but yeah, I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Spencer since all that madness.
You okay?
Javier? You asking Javier?
Yeah.
He goes, No, I don't.
That's fair.
I don't know that I'll ever be.
Good.
On that note,
Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah. Okay. As you guys kind of awkwardly make your way out of Javier's inn, the two of you have rescued the gloom, and I believe a promise is to be kept of exploring the final door in the upstairs of the courthouse.
I want to check that door, bro.
all right, let's do it. Magnemite, thanks. And you want to check out this final door with us? Maybe help protect us, maybe. But we really appreciate you helping out that gloom. He seemed like he was stuck in that room.
The dial-up one just kind of shrieks and just levitates back to its old room. And the newer models goes, "Bling."
All right,
Whatever that means.
lead the way, CJ.
You got it. I'm gonna run and jump over the gap again.
Okay. You go and leap over the gap and go, woo! You do so.
Bentley again just walks down the stairs.
Ah, come on, man!
Okay. As you're walking downstairs, you can see the gloom that you've helped kind of making its way over towards the door. And it just pushes the door open and it sees the first rays of sunlight and who knows how long, and it's like... It just kind of basks in the sun. Its breathing kind of regulates a little bit. The spores stop shooting out as much.
Oh.
And it just waddles out into the sunlight and just plops down and just starts absorbing. It's just like...
We did a good thing.
Woo! You did it! You helped someone!
Yeah.
Okay. But we'll, for the sake of brevity, you all make your way, most of you across the gap. Mortar will do his weird rock climb thing again.
Okay.
The other Magnemite will follow you down the stairs and then back up, just to make sure nothing goes awry for you.
Oh.
He leads you back over to the door.
Well, that was nice of him.
It's the final door.
think somebody likes you.
Gonna open the door?
He's gonna appear with a metal rose.
I've got to open 2 at this point. You want to keep it even, or you want me to do it?
I'll open the door.
Get it.
All right. Stealthy open. 16.
Oh my.
Better than 14.
Okay. Yeah, 16 is in fact better than 14 and 12. So as you creak the door open, you see an empty room full of the same kind of broken down benches and such, and yet another kind of like judge stand with some witness podiums and stuff. This room does have like a pretty noticeably large spider web up in the corner, but you don't see anything as you look into the room.
This would give Phoebe nightmares.
Gotta love spiders.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of spiders.
Can I do an investigation check in the room, see if I can find anything that's of value?
So you enter the room.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to look around, you are more than welcome to.
All right, I'll do that. I'll look around.
Okay.
With a 4.
Oh yeah. So without the lantern and without entering the room, it's pretty dimly lit. You can just see like the fine threaded silks of the spider's web. That's really like the one thing that's kind of catching your eye.
Okay.
And you're sort of having like war flashbacks of like spiders.
Yeah.
Spiders.
I've sort of held at the door, kind of just put my head in the room. You see anything?
No, I don't see anything of use.
Oh, this room was fun.
You wanted to check it, and you checked it, and there's nothing in it.
All the other ones had something cool. I thought this one
Do you enter the room?
No, just my head.
Okay, just your head.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like
go ahead and
poking
make
my head in the
a.
door.
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
Go make a perception saving throw.
11.
Okay. You don't see any alive giant spider, which is good. But you do see kind of like a curled up leg kind of just sticking out from behind one of the benches.
Oh.
Gross.
It's a familiar like spinnerack yellow looking leg. Appears to be upside down.
Little dead spider over there.
Gross.
Gross indeed.
You can also hear like a horrible like.
You hear that?
Horrible like smacking wet sound. Or like something eating.
What is that?
Something that eats spiders. It's a good thing.
It's true.
Go look at it.
You go look at it. Evan, go look at it.
Do you send Evan
Oh no, everyone's gonna get eaten.
into the spider's nest?
We both go look at it.
Both hands. Go look at it.
We'll look together.
1, 2.
God.
I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to enter the room. Or turn the lantern on.
I'm aware.
I'm gonna enter the room,
You enter the room.
walk up behind you, and start pushing you towards the sound.
Stop it, CJ. Stop it.
You're kind of like scraping against the floor. The horrible smacking sound stops.
And I stop.
Okay. As you're kind of pushing him, he's like, CJ, stop. You hear it. And then just like.
Okay. I'm gonna like. So it's like right in front of us. I'm gonna kind of like circle to try and get a better vantage point.
Okay. As you kind of creep around the edge of the little bench that your view is obstructed by, you see 2 more little yellow spider legs sticking up. The one's kind of like twitching a little bit.
That's it?
And you hear a. At this point, Bentley, you're able to see a very small orange shape. It almost looks like a tiny crab. Just kind of creep out on the other side. It's got 2 big eyes. And they just stare, they kind of blink at you awkwardly.
You hear that? What is that?
It creeps a little closer to you, and you can see it's got two big, like, fungal mushrooms kind of sprouting on its back. It goes,
Hello there.
Can I see it now?
it kind of ticks sideways to look at you.
Hi.
And you can see it's got, like, little mandibles on its front, and it's sort of, like, holding a chunk of what can only be a spinnerack.
That's a parasect, isn't it?
And you just go,
Just a paris.
Oh, that's what that is.
yeah, and you just hear, like, as some of the, like, gelatinous spinnerack innards just go,
Oh. It's eating that thing like a champ.
Did you go kill that spider?
He's having fun.
and he just kind of ticks back over, like, really quickly, enough that you're like, oh. He goes back over to the spinnerack, and you watch as he just kind of, like, snaps off a leg, and just
Nice.
heads back over to you, just goes,
Wow. That thing's cool.
and he's kind of just, like, slurping it down like a spaghetti noodle. Just, like, chewing it down as it goes.
It's amazing.
That's so creepy.
Eating that up.
Paris, would you like to battle?
Oh, snap.
Bug battle.
That's a yes.
It flicks its little claws out towards you.
Alright, who are you battling him with?
Duel.
All right, Evanrude, let's go for a
Bug battle.
His
Oh,
preferred
snap.
prey.
Oh!
Interesting.
Bug battle.
Nat 20.
That's good.
Son.
Get wrecked, Paris.
Perhaps unsurprisingly, you will be going first.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Everett's gonna try and kick things off with a wing attack
Yeah.
Wing attack.
Oh, we get it back.
with a 15.
15 will hit.
Let's go.
Let's go, Everett.
Oh! 8. So how much?
Crit, dammy.
It's just 8.
As Everett kind of flits out, this little thing just goes. And the eyes, the like pupils dilate, almost looks like a cat with a laser pointer in front of it. It's
He's still hungry.
How? How?
And as he sits there, Everett's like, bro. Just throws some wind down, kind of batters the little dude, and he kind of slides back and she goes, and he's gonna attempt to spray some spores towards Evinrude. I need Evinrude to make a Constitution save.
Oh, snap. Good luck, bro.
17.
17, you will take half.
Nice.
Half of 6 is 3.
Sweet.
Evinrude takes 3 points of poison damage
Oh.
as these spores kind of go in front of him, and he kind of just like flits them away from his face before he breathes in too many. As the little creature just goes.
Alright,
How does Evinrude like getting sprayed in the face with poison?
does not, so he's gonna go for a double team and then
Okay.
like kind of circle around where the Paris is on the ground
He gets
and then
very excited.
go for a wing attack again.
Yeah.
There's more of him.
22.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. As the Paris is kind of looking at all of the numerous Evinrudes,
16.
he's just like. He's trying to envision how he's gonna eat all of them.
Nice.
And he's so distracted he doesn't notice another gust of wind slamming into the back. How much was it? It was a 6 on the die. Cool. Alright. Yeah, as the gust of wind sort of comes from everywhere, you watch as this thing just closes its dilated eyes right before the gusts all hit, and it notices that 2 of them are fake. And it goes. And he just flits right towards Evinrude Prime.
Oh, snap. That was a cool little trick.
That is a unnatural 20 to hit you.
Unsurprisingly, that hits me.
That is 7 points of sort of like in between bludgeoning and slashing as the pinchers kind of latch onto Evinrude's kind of like whatever the dragonfly like spindle thing is in the back, and he just clamps down on that and just starts pulling Evinrude towards the ground. Evinrude, you may roll a strength check to not be grappled.
Oh god.
You got this.
His strength is horrific.
Do it!
11.
He noodles his way out of Paris's grasp
Oh,
ever
snap.
so slightly. As he kind of flies back up nervous as the Paris just goes and just bites right where the sort of like thorax just was. As he flies back up.
Alright,
He
he's gonna.
watches his eyes are just dilated again. He's just like so happy.
Alright. Evanroot's gonna spin around, double team again, and go for another wing attack.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh, baby! You got it. Big hit. Roll an 8. Roll an 8. Oh!
Oh, it's just.
No!
Shit!
For 2. For
Really
2
maxing
damage.
out that one.
Yeah. Evanrood sees his moment and just throws another powerful gust of wind. It's just enough to knock Paris from like not bloodied to bloodied. Then you like just crest him over the halfway mark. As he's looking at you, just goes, starts clicking the claws a little bit.
Do you have Pokeballs?
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna leap in for another pincher attack. That's a
So we
6.
start walking towards that house they went to.
Yeah.
That's 5 points
Yeah.
of slashy bludgeoning damage. And once again, you may make a strength check to not be grappled. Oh, that's not very good.
4.
4. They tie.
Oh!
So what happens? We do it
We'll try
again.
again. Because I'm not sure what happens if you tie.
Fuck! 4 again.
That's a 20. Not natural, but it's a 20. As you watch as he kind of clamps into Evanrood, you watch he's got like a pretty hard like carapace on the back. It sort of goes.
Wait, what about a double team?
So from what you've noticed, ever since the little spores latched onto Evanrood, this Paris has had no issue knowing where you are.
Okay.
Interesting.
And if you catch him, I'll tell you why.
That's a cool ass ability.
He's very excited.
It's called Noisy Toes. And
Yeah.
Echolocation.
You're there. Just tap dances.
Yeah.
uh,
Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. Hello,
Phoebe
my
and I
baby.
are gonna start walking towards where we had split up.
Cool. Yeah, because I'll say your guys' journey was relatively quick, and then yeah. So there are 5 buildings in the street. Which one do you enter?
Are we just doing it right now, real quick?
Yeah.
Can I perceive? If there's
They're
Oh, you know, probably
Their
about this
footprints?
time you see a big blue sphere with a big red
That's what I
flower
was
on its
kind
head.
of worried.
Plop out and just go, and just kind of sit happily in the sun.
I was gonna see if I could see or hear any clues as to which one they're in.
Yeah, you can. At this point, you can probably.
You're not.
How'd you do?
No, you're not.
I didn't roll. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now he dropped the dice.
The sun went in his
I was
eyes.
gonna say like you don't.
The
even
sun
have
went in
to-
Milo's eyes. He can't see.
He
Phoebe,
can't.
what can you see?
I see that.
No,
that
because I was
one.
gonna say your passive perception, like you have ears, you can hear that there's a battle
That's
going on. It's
way
like,
better than what happened just now.
Roll one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every perception check I ever do.
Don't roll before you know what you're doing. Yeah. So yeah, you're able to discern just naturally, but then you're very distracted by the gloom
Yeah.
out
For
front.
sure. Look at that little guy.
Yeah, let's go hang out with him.
Okay.
Sip some mimosas with the gloom.
Yeah.
He's just like yeah. Okay. Anywho, back to the battle at hand.
You got this,
As
Bentley!
Evanrood's kind of getting like crunched. You guys outside can hear it. As the back of Evanrood kind of like buckles a little bit.
All right.
Alright, Evanrood is gonna try and fight fire with fire, as it were, and go for a bug bite.
Get him. Bite that bug.
18.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For sure, dude.
Nice.
3.
I like it.
4 damage.
4 damage. Alrighty. It's a con save from Evanrood, please, if you don't mind.
9.
Oh dear. Evanrood, you watch as he bites into the Paris, and then his eyes close. He goes,
Oh, he's asleep.
Oh.
Falls asleep. As Paris is immediately going to wake him up by taking a bite out of his bug bite. That he has advantage on because he's grappled and asleep. He's still rolled poorly. It's a 19.
Still rolled poorly. It's a 19.
First one was an 8, the second one was a 13. Plus 6.
Good God, yeah, that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Clearly.
7 points of
That kills him
piercing
exactly.
damage. Okay. As the Paris kind of sinks his teeth into Evanrude, you watch as a little bit of the color starts to drain out of your buggy friend.
Alright, I immediately call back Evanrude.
Okay. The little creatures go.
That was rude. You tried to eat my friend.
I take a Pokeball and I just chuck it at it.
Yes! What kind of Pokeball are you using?
Just a regular Pokeball.
Is it
Actually, I'll use my lone Xantha Ball.
Okay.
Nice.
Interesting
Xantha
choice. Go ahead and roll a D1 hundo.
Yep.
It's awesome.
So you guys haven't used these yet, have you? Bitch!
Just transfer them
the
over.
Xantha balls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
no.
freeze on
Yeah.
I haven't used it.
Interesting.
Is he at advantage because he's in Xantha?
No.
Oh, come on.
A 90.
Oh yeah,
That's a 9, sir.
let's go. Is it?
Are you serious?
Uh-huh. If you had a 0, that's 100. A 9.
A 9.
A 9. As you throw the Xantha ball, the creature just goes.
Well, that was worthwhile.
It kind of just bounces onto the floor.
So is that a one-time use thing?
No, it's not destroyed or anything, but it won't work on this Paris.
Alright. Well,
So that you can't just go again. He basically like that Pokeball's like get out, didn't work.
then I take a regular Pokeball and just in sheer rage, just chuck it again.
Okay, roll 2 D100s and take the lower.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
88. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm not gonna get to keep it though.
You got it. You got it.
88. 3.
Oh!
Second one comes in and Paris goes.
Yes.
And it hisses very loudly at you and it ticks ever closer to your feet.
Bro,
Gonna slam its claws towards you.
you got this,
Water help!
Did you send Mortar out?
Yes! Well, he's out.
Yeah, he's,
Oh, yeah.
he's been standing there.
Yeah. Mortar immediately goes to clobber this fool. Go ahead and roll a fire punch. He doesn't even wait for your orders.
23.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You could take him out right now.
9 damage.
9. Yeah, that's good. He's still up. It's a con save for Mortar. As he punches into the back and a bunch of spores shoot up. You got this, pal.
We're gonna walk up there, they're all gonna be passed out from all the spores. It's just
18.
Paris
18.
Nice.
You succeed.
Thank God.
just
Yeah, you are,
sucking on their faces.
You are not paralyzed, which is good. You don't want that.
No, you don't.
Mhm.
Good God.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, as Mortar kind of punches into this creature that's glaring ever closer to your ankles, and it's kind of snapping toward your shins, looking to see the inside of your Achilles tendon. Yeah, Mortar just kind of punches him like right in the face, and this creature turns around and goes, and it decides it wants to know what Mortar tastes like. That's a 22.
Beats my AC. You'd be surprised to know.
That's 9 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit!
As this Paris just kind of sinks its fangs into the mega arm of Mortar.
Bro, this thing's a beast.
And he starts, he just starts slurping. He just goes,
We nearly farted in.
and you watch as like a lot of Mortar's like bulk in his arm kind of starts to wither a little bit.
So flame body.
Flame body kicks in. Get him. Get a 3.
Demon ability.
2 damage.
Oh, that's not a 3.
And
You need 3 hit points.
Oh.
So I say get a 3, kill him. You get a 2, you left him with 1. Every time.
Yeah.
Okay. As he sort of starts sucking on some delicious Mortar arm, Mortar just lights up a fire, and the Paris immediately recoils, and it's like, it's almost like a vampire that's cornered, and it like backs into the corner of the room. And you notice at this point there's like a little burrow, and it sinks its fangs into the spin rack, and it starts like backing into the burrow.
No.
Stop that thing!
Mortar, go for a mock punch.
Get him. Get him, Bean.
There you go. 22.
Oh yeah, that hits.
I don't even need to do this, but
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
it's 8 damage.
Yeah, and it's a dex save for mortar. As this thing kind of, as you defeat the Paris and it kind of deflates, all the spore sacs on its back just go.
A dex save, you said?
Yeah. You gotta get out of the way.
13.
13. All right, mortar. Mortar is poisoned for an amount of time.
He's what?
Mortar is poisoned for an amount of time. He doesn't take damage, but he is under the poisoned condition. But there is now an unconscious Paris in front of you.
Bro, that thing was badass. You gotta catch that.
I've been trying.
I saw and I loved your enthusiasm, but now that it's knocked out, it should be way easier.
So, how does it work with the ones that I've used? Are they?
So the ones that you've used for balancing purposes will not work on this Paris.
But they're still
But
viable.
they're
They are
still
still viable,
to work
but
on.
they do not work on this creature. So basically, the Pokeball is like, rejected, didn't work.
Okay.
And then the Xanthoball is like, it didn't work. And then you're kind of like, it's defective, but it'll still work later, but not on this
Well,
thing.
I'll throw another Pokeball at it.
Get him. Get him, Bean. Get him, Paris.
Come on, Bentley.
Get him.
32.
32. Regular Pokeball, you were able to catch this horrible monstrosity of a Paris.
That thing is such
rough.
a beast.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's
He tried to eat Evinrude.
I know.
He's a little punk.
He's a badass.
He killed the spider. He ate 3 legs.
I
He was still
know. He's a badass.
Yeah.
God.
As you catch him, part of the spinner rack just kind of sloughs off and goes into the ball.
A little smack.
This has been thoroughly disgusting.
I thought it was awesome. Well, that was awesome.
Yeah.
You caught another dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the expense of almost every Pokeball I have. Can you get my Xanthoball, please?
Yeah, I got you.
I'll pick up the other Pokeball that failed.
Yeah.
Toss it over to you.
Okay. The little Magnemite that kind of watched your battle just goes and kind of pats you on the back. It's like a job well done.
Thank you, Magnemite.
He goes,
Turn around and put the Pokeball on his face. She's like, you too, bud.
thanks, Magnemite. Really appreciate all you've done.
I don't want to go back and see what
just trying to be supportive.
the dial-up Magnemite's doing.
Okay. I'll follow you. You got another team boy. I'm happy to
His
follow.
finger in a
Yeah.
socket. Just
Trying to dial up.
Is anyone on the phone line? The internet's not working.
Yeah, so I want to go back in the other room with the other Magnemite, and then
Yeah.
I want to. I feel like, I mean, this is bad news bears, but even with Mortar poisoned, I feel like we're gonna have a face-off with the Magnemite that went back to the room against Mortar. I feel like he needs to avenge the embarrassment from earlier.
All right.
Alright.
You want to fight Dial Up Magnemite?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll fight you. If you walk in, he just starts shrieking, and the other Magnemite's like, kind of like sits outside the door and leans in. You can see like his magnets and 2 of his little screw eyes are kind of going in and out. So yeah, if you wanna fight, that'll be initiative.
All right,
Make it
Mortar.
happen.
Let's maybe
Is
try
that-
and do a better job this
Yeah.
time, and maybe we can institute some
Yeah.
Thunder Punch
So
action.
it doesn't particularly matter, but you are at disadvantage on your initiative roll.
Okay.
Do you still
Okay,
have
okay.
Howl out?
No.
Okay.
Oh dear!
Natural 1.
All right, natural 1. Cool. So
Something tells me I'm going last.
yeah, your intuition is correct. Yeah. The dial-up Magnemite has different moves from a normal Magnemite. He has, instead of
America Online.
so he's going to continue shrieking, and you watch as like an array of just like sonic waves, similar to what he was doing earlier, start flying towards Mortar. Does an 18 beat Mortar's armor class?
Yeah, by a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mortar is a D8. Perfect. You take 8 points of damage. Just boom. As sonic waves pounded into Mortar's face.
Oh snap, bro.
Ouch.
Sound hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And Mortar's kind of like already kind of like clutching his chest and like looking down at his arm. That's kind of like a little worse for wear.
And
he's not looking too happy.
I'm assuming that sound does not make contact.
No. He just kind of shrieks and just the waves pound into.
Just have to check.
For the purposes of flame body, no, it does not make contact.
All right, Mortar's gonna go for a mock punch to try and flip the initiative order.
Definitely.
But he's at disadvantage, you said?
Yes, on all attacks and ability checks.
All right.
You can do it. All right, that'll do.
22 and then a 14.
14 will do.
Ooh.
Great.
Hey.
4. 5, 8 damage.
8. Holy jeez. Mortar's strong. Yeah, as Mortar comes up with a real strong punch, he's kind of like holding his side with the big arm, so he just goes, yeah, whatever. Throws a swift mock punch right into the side of this Magnemite. It kind of goes as it spins around in a circle, kind of reeling from the hip.
So is it Mortar's turn again?
Yeah.
All right, now he's going to try and follow up with a fire punch.
Perfect.
9.
9 is insufficient. As Mortar comes in with a fiery punch, he's kind of like holding his side and he just switches and just goes, just throws like a wild haymaker. And if it had hit, it would have done a ton, but it kind of just swings away. But yeah, Magnemite throws another array of sonic booms, but he misses this time. I don't think a 5 plus anything matters.
Okay.
So yeah, the sonic waves kind of like shatter some of the boards on the floor behind Mortar.
All right, Mortar's going to recoil the haymaker and try again with a fire punch.
Oh yeah, the other Magnemite will assist you on this attack, so you are not at disadvantage.
Oh snap.
22 to hit then.
22 hits.
Is that his dad?
As the other Magnemite comes in and kind of like puts one of the magnets on the back of Mortar's arm, you watch as he goes for another haymaker. It's just like on fire, and the light once again turns blue, and like some sparks kind of start shooting off, and he just clocks right into the side of this Magnemite. Go ahead and roll. What is Mortar's normal damage?
Normal damage?
Yeah, like for fire punch.
D10.
You may roll 3d10, sir.
Holy shit!
Mortar, for anybody who's not catching on, Mortar is vastly spiraling up in power and spiraling down in his senses.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
13 damage.
You sure it's not 14?
Are you serious?
You sure you don't like kill him? Sure
God,
I
I
gave you 2 extra damage dice, Benjamin. Do your damage. Okay. Yeah. As the blue lightning kind of arcs into this thing, you watch as the magnets kind of like spin and the screw eyes go just haywire. And this thing's like struggling to stay afloat with the new magnetic field that just collided with it. And the other Magnemite just kind of backs off a little bit. It's like, and just like flies away. But you watch, he seems to have left like almost like 2 chunks of magnet attached to the back of Mortar's arm. So he's got like 2 little bits of metal kind of just stuck to his skin at the moment, that kind of cauterized there in the heat.
Oh, it's got a Frankenstein arm.
And now,
He already did.
and now, yeah, and now it's Megamite's go.
It's truly the
And
Frankenstein
he
arm.
gets we'll say he's got a +3, so he's got a 17 to hit you. Yeah. So Mortar, you take, because Magnemite you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Instead of 8. But yeah, so he does his damage to you. He shrieks at Mortar, and you watch as more lightning kind of arcs between the magnets on Mortar's arm as the sound hits him.
All right, other Magnemite, could you help Mortar one last time?
He just goes, and he kind of just like floats away.
Floats away?
He's like outside the door now, just looking in. He's holding the door open, but like,
Alright.
he's like, I got you this far. You gotta.
So this is disadvantage again?
Disadvantage. You can do it.
Alright.
You can do it, buddy.
Am I allowed to pick what he's going for?
Yeah, he's gonna go for a punch though.
You can
Okay, I guess it doesn't matter, but we'll say.
Oh dear!
It's not happening.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Mortar once again just comes in for another wild haymaker, just full on swing. Goes for the magnemite. He does make contact, but he kind of just spins the magnemite around. He catches it on one of the few round sides of the thing. It almost looks like a D12 with like magnets sticking out. It's like a very old magnemite.
A clanting blow.
Yeah. Awesome. So it kind of just like spins awkwardly. It's like, and it's gonna go for another sonic boom at you. That's a 13.
That exactly hits.
Oh dear.
Good.
So 1 and lower, you take 4 points of sound damage.
Oh, thank God.
Thunder damage, technically.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
What do you got?
Still up?
2.
Ooh,
Get 2 left.
Good God.
So you definitely get the feeling Mortar does not have another one of those in him. Another hit. But yeah, the other Magnemite will kind of see. He's like, I got you, bro. And he goes, ooh, and he just flies in between both, and he hooks onto the other Magnemite, and he pulls him down to Mortar's level. So he's currently grappled, so you have advantage on this attack now.
Wow.
As,
Tag team.
As the blue fire kicks in once more.
This boy is friend.
21.
21 hits. You may roll 3d10.
God.
1.
You did it!
Yay!
Yay! With so many ones.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, get him again.
2. 3.
3.
Hey! 1, 2, 3.
If you're gonna roll as terrible as I am, might as well do it in order.
Roll with style.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. As Mortar comes in for one last, like, full-on blue, we'll call it a thunder punch for now. Just clocks this old school Magnemite, leaves a dent in one of the sides, and just spirals him into the wall. And his magnet kind of sticks out, and he's just like,
Oh.
and the little screw eye kind of just goes dull. And the new age Magnemite's kind of just like, ooh. And he just kind of drifts back out of, like, away from Mortar, heads over to his buddy, and just like plugs in and kind of starts charging him back up.
Oh, good job, Morta. That was quite a close battle.
That was
Yeah,
nuts.
that was 1 HP to 2. That was really close.
That was
God.
nuts.
Yeah.
That was a good battle.
Yeah, Mortar keeps his arms lit up in blue, and kind of shooting sparks off the side, as he just gives you that, again, just cold, unfeeling stare. But he's still poisoned. Not happy.
Did Mortar react to the Magnemite's help at all positively or indifferent or like angry? I feel like
He was mostly indifferent. It was a thing that was there, and on some level, he's like, I appreciate the help. But externally, he's just...
Those thunder punches were rad.
So you may now, in a similar fashion to how Crash and Nubster do their Ice Beam, Water Fang, whatever we're going to call that, you may now attempt a Thunder Punch, because he has 2 little, like, diodes on his arm.
sweet.
Sick.
There you go.
Well, thanks.
Do you guys
Magnemite.
enter the building at the sound of all the commotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of hear like a
I've done a sufficient check.
Yeah.
You hear like a real loud screeching sound, and then you see like a little bit of like the wood kind of buckle on the outside of the wall, and you're like, it might be our friends.
Do you think they're like about to die, or do you think Bentley's just battling?
That was rad! High five! We're back!
50-50.
And then we hear CJ
Yeah, you
go,
hear
"High
CJ
five."
yelling.
It was Bentley battling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just yell up, "You guys good?
Yeah! You good,
Are
bud?
you guys coming out of this building thing?"
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
the whole way
We're
outside.
coming out now.
I think
Yeah.
we've sufficiently.
Bentley wants to go over and thank both Magnemite for helping them with Gloom,
take
and then
some
also
sun with
helping
the
them
Yeah.
essentially teach Mortar Thunder Punch, which
We'll
is
just be
sweet.
sitting like crossed.
Oh yeah,
next to the
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you guys walk out, you can see your 2 friends kind of doing yoga poses with a gloom.
Sun salutation.
See you guys.
The
found Gloom.
gloom's just like,
tilting towards the sun.
Warrior 2.
Then it like tries to touch its toes. It goes. So yeah, you guys see your friends doing some yoga poses. They're hanging out with the gloom. You now have a new teammate that tried to eat your old teammate, and then your other old teammate tried to kill your new teammate, and learn some things in the process.
Indeed.
But that is where we will pick up next time.
Having explored more of Xantha's ruined buildings, our heroes regroup in the streets as Bentley gets to know his newest team member.